Hey guys, welcome to CP Life. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. I have some new exciting content coming out soon. So make sure you subscribe and like. But I wanted to talk about an important subject, especially if you need to have assistance with like your needs and stuff. And the subject with that is like caregivers' moods. Like if you have a caregiver and they're in a bad mood, it reflects on the client. And when it reflects on the client, like we get like tense and nervous, and or if they don't talk to you, you get kind of anxious. And I personally, I'm a very sociable person. So what I would do in that situation, if I had to get a new caregiver by any company, I would make sure I had a personable interview with them one-on-one, so I could get to know them on a personal level, and they would get to know me because they're taking care of me from getting me dressed in the morning to my shower routine to toileting, all that stuff. And if somebody has conversation with you and kind of has that friendship bond with you, you're less nervous and you know that you're safe and comfortable with that person. And it makes me more at ease if my caregivers talk to me and like laugh with me. So I know that I'm like safe in my own house without like my family members around. So I think it's a very, very, very important that you interview caregivers beforehand, so you can get to know them and know their personality and know more about them, because they could be with you from like 8:30 in the morning till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's pretty awkward to like not to talk to someone for that long. And like I said, they're taking care of your personal care, like getting you up out of bed in the morning, showering you, doing your bathroom routine, all that stuff. So you just want to make sure you establish some type of friendship or some type of like special bond with them, because they're doing some very personal things. And if your caregiver is in a bad mood, it reflects on the client, and the client, our bodies get tense and nervous and anxious. So I know caregivers don't get paid very much, but they need to learn how to leave their mood at the door. And like an example, perfect example, like if I drove into work like in a frowned, bad mood every day, my students won't want to be around me, because that reflects on them. So, and like I want to bring a positive attitude into work, and make my students feel like they're safe to be there. And same thing goes with caregiving. Like I know they don't get paid very much, but like you got to like check your mood at the door and just be nice and friendly to whatever client you're working with, because like I said, your mood reflects on us. And if you're upset about something, we tend to be very, very quiet, and we automatically think that we did something wrong. So I think it's very important to have a personable interview with them and learn about them. Ask them questions. What do they like to eat? What do they like? Do they have family? What do they like to do in their free time? All that stuff. So, like, make sure you feel comfortable with them, and like that you're safe and you're in good hands, because you and your family want to know, okay, when I'm at work, my child that is an adult is safe at home with a caregiver that they don't know, but they had a personable interview and they met a couple times more than once face to face. So, and talked about a lot of things. So you become more comfortable with them and you're more comfortable to see them on a daily basis. So I think it's important that every company that someone goes through, I think they should have the caregivers do a one-on-one interview with their client at their client's house, so you guys can warm up to each other and get comfortable with each other. Because I understand caregiving is hard. I understand. I can't even imagine like taking care of like so many people at a time, especially shift after shift after shift. I get that, but speaking on a client's point of view, like you gotta understand that you're with this person for so many hours and for so long. Your attitude reflects on them. If you're quiet and don't talk to them the whole shift, they're gonna be quiet and be afraid to ask you questions. They're gonna be afraid to ask you for help. Like, you got to put the client before yourself. Try to leave your mood at the door, because being alone with somebody that you don't know at all, I'm not gonna lie, it is very, very nerve-wracking and very, very like anxious, and it's stressful. But if you have a caregiver that you sit down with and learn about them and ask them questions, you can relax more and they can get comfortable with you. You can get comfortable with them, and that way you can just know that you're in good hands, and they're comfortable doing your personal care, doing your hair, doing your makeup, whatever you need, getting you dressed, making your bed, showering you. I have a track lift system, so caregiving for caregivers will be a lot easier on them. All they have to do is, when they get me out of bed, all they have to do is put me in the sling and bring my shower chair into my bedroom and put the shower chair next to my bed and transfer me over using the track lift systems, so it's easier on them and their backs, and it's easy. So yeah, just establish a friendship with that person. And if you have many caregivers helping you, that's okay too. You just need to you just need to like develop a friendship bond with that person, because the reason why I say that is, if you have several caregivers, that's okay too, because I know like caregiver burnout is a thing. I understand that, but you need to try to think about the client and think about how they're feeling, and kind of make a conversation with them. Ask them how their day is going. Ask them, like, what do they do for their job? What do they like to do in their free time? All that stuff. So you guys are both comfortable with each other. And these are important things to talk about, because it's a real life situation. I mean, like, my family's not going to be able to take care of me forever, so you just gotta get used to like different caregivers, and I think every company should allow sit down interviews with the client, so you can get to know them, learn about them, all that stuff. So that's my advice about caregivers and moods, and just establishing friendships with them. Because, like I said before, and sorry if I'm repeating myself, but a caregiver's mood reflects on the client. And if they're in a bad mood, as the client point of view, we get anxious and nervous because we think that we did something wrong, or I don't know, just like made them uncomfortable. But if the caregiver is constantly talking to you and having a conversation with you, it doesn't even feel like a job to them, because you have established a friendship with them and you feel comfortable and safe. So that's my advice to you as a client and a person with a disability, about caregivers and getting to know them. So like, subscribe, and share, and always stay positive, and watch out for any future videos I will be posting. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. All right, bye.